In the heart of Tuscany, a poet was born. His name was Dante Alighieri. He emerged from the vibrant city of Florence. This was the 13th century, a period of great change and upheaval. Florence, a center of art and commerce, played a pivotal role in this era.
I was born in 1265. My family, though not wealthy, held a respectable position in Florentine society. From a young age, I displayed a keen intellect. I was drawn to literature, philosophy, and the political debates that raged in my city.
The 13th century was a period of profound change in Europe. Cities like Florence were growing in power. Trade was expanding, leading to a new merchant class.
Dante found himself caught in the midst of these political and social upheavals. Florence was divided between two major factions, the Guelphs and the Ghibellines. Dante, initially aligned with the Guelphs, became caught in their internal struggles. In 1302, Dante was exiled from Florence. This experience of displacement profoundly influenced his writing, lending a sense of urgency and emotional depth to his work.
Dante's personal life was marked by both profound love and deep sorrow. As a young man, he met Beatrice Portinari. He fell deeply in love with her. Beatrice became his muse, inspiring some of his most beautiful poetry. However, their love was not meant to be. Beatrice died at a young age, leaving Dante heartbroken.
Beatrice's death had a profound spiritual impact on me. I turned to philosophy and theology. I sought solace in my writing. I began to explore themes of love, loss, and the nature of the afterlife. These explorations would eventually coalesce into my magnum opus, the Divine Comedy.
Dante Alighieri stands as a giant in the history of literature. His impact extends far beyond his own time.
The answer lies in the timeless power of his masterpiece, the Divine Comedy. This epic poem is not merely a religious text, but a profound exploration of the human condition.
Dante's legacy is not confined to the realm of literature. His influence can be felt in art, music, philosophy, and even popular culture.
But Dante's greatest achievement lies perhaps in his ability to connect with readers across centuries and cultures.
Indeed, Dante's work continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the enduring power of literature to illuminate the human spirit.
Dante Alighieri is often hailed as the father of the Italian language.
Prior to Dante, literary works in Italy were primarily written in Latin, the language of scholarship and the church, but Dante chose to write in the vernacular, the language spoken by the common people of Tuscany.
This decision was revolutionary. By writing in the vernacular, Dante elevated the status of the Italian language and made literature accessible to a wider audience.
The Divine Comedy, written in a Florentine dialect, became a model for future Italian writers.
His influence can be seen in the works of later Italian literary giants like Petrarch, Boccaccio, and Machiavelli. His decision to write in the vernacular inspired writers across Europe to do the same, contributing to the decline of Latin as the dominant literary language.
Dante's influence on world literature is profound and far-reaching.
One of the most striking aspects of Dante's influence is the sheer breadth of genres and writers he has inspired. His work has resonated with authors as diverse as Geoffrey Chaucer, William Shakespeare, John Milton, William Blake, Honoré de Balzac, Fyodor Dostoevsky, T.S. Eliot, James Joyce, Jorge Luis Borges, and countless others.
These writers have drawn inspiration from Dante's vivid imagery, his complex characters, his exploration of profound philosophical and theological themes, and his masterful use of language.
Dante's influence can be seen in the epic scope of Milton's Paradise Lost, the exploration of human sin and redemption in Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, and the stream of consciousness journey through Dublin in Joyce's Ulysses. His presence can be felt in the haunting imagery of Blake's poetry, the intricate symbolism of Borges's short stories, and the exploration of faith and doubt in Eliot's four quartets.
Dante's work continues to inspire and challenge writers, reminding us of the enduring power of literature to explore the depths of the human soul.
Indeed, Dante's legacy is a testament to the timeless relevance of his work.
Dante's Divine Comedy, with its vivid imagery, dramatic narrative, and timeless themes, has proven to be fertile ground for adaptation in various art forms.
One of the earliest and most enduring forms of adaptation has been in the visual arts. Painters and sculptors have been captivated by the poem's vivid descriptions of heaven, hell, and purgatory, and its cast of memorable characters. From Botticelli's iconic illustrations of the poem to Rodin sculptures inspired by Dante's characters, visual artists have found endless inspiration in Dante's work.
Music has also played a significant role in bringing Dante's vision to life. Composers like Liszt, Tchaikovsky, and Verdi have all created musical works inspired by the Divine Comedy, capturing the drama, the pathos, and the spiritual yearning of Dante's journey.
In more recent times, filmmakers and theater directors have also been drawn to the cinematic possibilities of Dante's epic poem. Films like Dante's Inferno, 1911, The Seventh Seal, 1957, and Jacob's Ladder, 1990, all draw inspiration from Dante's imagery and themes, exploring the nature of sin, guilt, and the afterlife.
Imagine a journey, not through space, but through the afterlife.
That's what Dante Alighieri offers in his epic poem, The Divine Comedy. Written over 7 centuries ago, it's a literary masterpiece that still resonates with readers today.
The Divine Comedy is divided into 3 parts, or canticles: Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso.
Inferno, as its name suggests, is the realm of eternal punishment, where sinners suffer for their earthly transgressions. Purgatorio is a place of purification, where souls work through their sins and prepare for the ultimate ascent to paradise. And paradise, the pinnacle of the journey, is the realm of eternal bliss, where souls finally achieve union with God.
Dante structures his poem with meticulous care, reflecting the moral order of the universe as he understood it.
The first part of Dante's journey takes us deep into the bowels of hell, depicted as a vast subterranean funnel that spirals down to the center of the earth.
Dante's descriptions are visceral and unforgettable, designed to evoke both horror and pity in the reader.
The Inferno is divided into 9 circles, each reserved for a specific category of sin. As Dante and Virgil descend deeper into the abyss, the punishments become increasingly severe, reflecting the gravity of the sins committed.
In the upper circles, we find the lustful, the gluttonous, the hoarders, and the wasters, their punishments fitting their sins in symbolic ways. Deeper down, we encounter the wrathful, the heretics, the violent, and the fraudulent, their punishments becoming increasingly gruesome and horrifying.
Finally, in the 9th and innermost circle, we reach the frozen lake of Cocytus, where Satan himself is imprisoned, along with the most treacherous of sinners, the betrayers.
Through his encounters with the damned, Dante explores the destructive power of unchecked passions and the ultimate futility of pursuing worldly goods at the expense of one's soul.
After the harrowing descent into Inferno, Dante emerges into the fresh air and the hopeful atmosphere of Purgatorio, the mountain of purification.
The atmosphere in Purgatorio is markedly different from the oppressive darkness of Inferno. There's a sense of hope and progress as the souls willingly embrace their penance in order to ascend to paradise.
Purgatorio is structured as a mountain with 7 terraces, each corresponding to one of the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. On each terrace, souls undergo symbolic punishments that are tailored to their specific sins, purging themselves of their earthly attachments and refining their souls.
As Dante ascends through the terraces, he encounters souls who are eager to share their stories and offer guidance.
Throughout his journey, Dante himself undergoes a process of purification, shedding his own sins and preparing for his own eventual encounter with the divine.
It reminds us that even those who have strayed from the path of righteousness can find forgiveness and ultimately achieve salvation through sincere repentance and the grace of God.
The final and most glorious part of Dante's journey takes him to Paradiso, the realm of eternal bliss, where God's presence shines most brightly.
Here, I experience a transcendent vision of divine love and the ultimate unity of all creation.
The language of Paradiso soars, filled with light, music, and ecstatic visions that defy earthly description.
Paradiso is structured as a series of celestial spheres, each representing a different level of spiritual perfection.
As Dante ascends through these spheres, guided by his beloved Beatrice, who embodies divine love and wisdom, he encounters a hierarchy of angels and the souls of the blessed, who radiate with divine light.
In the highest sphere, the Empyrean, I experience a vision of the Godhead, represented as 3 concentric circles of light, symbolizing the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
This vision is so overwhelming that Dante struggles to find words to describe it, acknowledging the limitations of human language to capture the infinite glory of the divine.
Paradiso is a testament to the power of faith, the transformative nature of divine love, and the ultimate fulfillment that awaits those who dedicate their lives to the pursuit of goodness and truth.
It's a vision of hope and inspiration, reminding us that even in the midst of life's trials and tribulations, the promise of eternal bliss awaits those who remain steadfast in their faith. The Divine Comedy is not just a journey through the afterlife, it's a journey through the heart of the Middle Ages.
Dante captured the spirit of his age in all its complexity and contradictions.
The poem reflects the political turmoil, religious fervor, and intellectual currents of medieval Europe.
Imagine a world where the church held immense power and political intrigue was the order of the day.
This was Dante's world, woven seamlessly into his poem. Few works of literature have had as profound an impact on the visual arts as Dante's Divine Comedy.
From the Renaissance to the present day, artists have found endless inspiration in Dante's vivid imagery, his unforgettable characters, and his exploration of the profound mysteries of life, death, and the afterlife.
One of the earliest and most influential artistic responses to Dante came from the Renaissance master, Sandro Botticelli.
His series of drawings illustrating the Divine Comedy, particularly his depiction of Dante and Beatrice ascending through the celestial spheres, captured the ethereal beauty and spiritual longing of Dante's vision.
Michelangelo, another giant of the Renaissance, was also deeply influenced by Dante.
His frescoes in the Sistine Chapel, particularly his depiction of the Last Judgment, owe a clear debt to Dante's Inferno, with its swirling chaos of bodies and its depiction of divine judgment.
The Romantic artists of the 19th century found a kindred spirit in Dante, embracing his themes of love, loss, and the sublime power of nature.
William Blake's illustrations for the Divine Comedy, with their mystical intensity and visionary power, are a testament to the enduring influence of Dante's work.
Even in the 20th century, artists continued to draw inspiration from Dante.
Salvador Dali, the surrealist master, created a series of engravings for the Divine Comedy, infusing Dante's imagery with his own dreamlike and often disturbing visions.
From canvas to celluloid Dante in popular culture. Dante's influence extends far beyond the hallowed halls of museums and art galleries. His work, particularly the Divine Comedy, has permeated popular culture, finding expression in films, television shows, video games, and even comic books.
Dante's themes of sin, redemption, and the journey of the soul have resonated with audiences for centuries, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers.
One of the most striking examples of Dante's influence on popular culture is the 1999 film The Matrix. The film's central premise, that our reality is an illusion controlled by malevolent machines, echoes Dante's descent into the underworld, where he uncovers hidden truths about the nature of reality and the human condition.
The popular video game series Devil May Cry draws heavily on Dante's Inferno, featuring a protagonist named Dante who battles demonic forces in a gothic underworld. The game's fast-paced action and over-the-top violence are a far cry from Dante's poetic verse. Yet the game's core themes of good versus evil, redemption, and the struggle against fate resonate with Dante's epic poem.
Even the world of comic books hasn't been immune to Dante's influence. Neil Gaiman's acclaimed graphic novel series, The Sandman, features a storyline in which the protagonist, Dream, must journey through hell to reclaim his lost helm, encountering characters and settings inspired by Dante's Inferno along the way.
Beyond the page, the Divine Comedy in music and theater. Dante's Divine Comedy, with its dramatic narrative, its evocative language, and its exploration of universal themes, has proven to be fertile ground for adaptation in both music and theater. Composers and playwrights have found in Dante's work a rich source of inspiration, translating his poetic vision into powerful and moving performances.
One of the most famous musical adaptations of Dante's work is Franz Liszt's Dante's Symphony. Liszt, a romantic composer known for his dramatic flair and his fascination with the macabre, captures the grandeur and terror of Dante's Inferno in his symphony, using music to paint vivid sonic pictures of Dante's journey through the underworld.
Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, another romantic composer, was also drawn to Dante's work. His symphonic poem Francesca da Rimini tells the tragic love story of Francesca and Paolo, two lovers condemned to the second circle of hell for their adultery, as depicted in Dante's Inferno.
On the stage, Dante's Divine Comedy has been adapted into countless plays, operas, and ballets. Some productions aim for a faithful retelling of Dante's text, while others use Dante's work as a springboard for more experimental and abstract interpretations. The Royal Shakespeare Company's 2008 production of The Histories, for example, drew inspiration from Dante's Inferno to create a visually stunning and politically charged adaptation of Shakespeare's history plays.
A timeless dialogue, conversations with Dante across centuries. 7 centuries after his death, Dante Alighieri continues to speak to us. His masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, remains a touchstone for writers, artists, and thinkers, sparking conversations about faith, morality, and the human condition that transcend time and place.
Why does Dante still matter? Perhaps it's because he grapples with questions that have haunted humanity since the dawn of consciousness. Where do we come from? Where are we going? What is the meaning of life and death? Dante doesn't offer easy answers, but he invites us to join him on a journey of self-discovery, to confront our own inner demons and to aspire to something greater than ourselves.
In an age of uncertainty and rapid technological change, Dante's work offers a timeless message of hope and redemption. The Divine Comedy reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can endure, that love can triumph over despair, and that the pursuit of knowledge and truth is a journey worth taking.
Dante's legacy is not just a collection of poems and treatises, it's a living dialogue that continues to unfold across centuries. Each generation discovers new meaning and relevance in his work, finding solace, inspiration, and perhaps even a bit of themselves in the journey of Dante the Pilgrim. Dante's timeless themes. Dante Alighieri, a name whispered with reverence in literary circles. What makes his work, written centuries ago, still relevant today?
The universe is filled with echoes of events long past. Dante's Divine Comedy resonates through time, reaching us even now. It's a journey through the human psyche.
Dante explores themes like love, loss, sin, and redemption. These are questions humans have grappled with for millennia. Love, loss, and redemption. At its heart, the Divine Comedy is a story about love. Dante's love for Beatrice is the driving force behind his journey. This love transcends the physical realm, becoming a symbol of spiritual longing.
Love, in Dante's world, is not just a romantic notion. It's a powerful force that can inspire great acts of courage and selflessness.
But love also brings with it the potential for profound loss. Dante's grief over Beatrice's death is palpable throughout the poem, and yet, even in the face of loss and despair, there's hope. The Divine Comedy is ultimately a story about redemption.
You might be surprised to learn that Dante Alighieri isn't just relegated to dusty library shelves. His influence is alive and well in the 21st century, popping up in unexpected places.
Modern novels, movies, and video games are inspired by Dante's work, from Dan Brown's Inferno to video games like Dante's Inferno and Bayonetta.
Even psychology hasn't been immune to Dante's influence. Carl Jung drew parallels between Dante's journey and the process of individuation.
In a world grappling with climate change, Dante's vivid descriptions of hell serve as a stark warning. So, why should you, a modern reader, embark on a journey with Dante? What can a 14th century poem offer you in the age of instant information and endless entertainment options?
Think of it this way. In a world saturated with superficiality, Dante offers depth. In a world obsessed with speed, he offers a chance to slow down, to reflect, to engage with timeless questions.
Reading Dante is a challenging but ultimately rewarding experience. It's like climbing a mountain. It requires effort, but the view from the summit is breathtaking. Dante's language, his complex allegory, his philosophical and theological musings, they all require the reader to slow down, to pay attention, to actively engage with the text. But in doing so, you'll be rewarded with a profound and transformative experience.
Dante's Divine Comedy is a journey of self-discovery, a mirror reflecting the depths of the human experience. It's a reminder that the challenges we face today, the questions that haunt us, the joys and sorrows that define us, are not unique to our time. They are part of a larger human story, a story that Dante captured with unparalleled artistry and insight.
Open the Divine Comedy. Let Dante be your guide. You might just discover something about yourself along the way. As we conclude our exploration of Dante Alighieri, we find ourselves gazing back across centuries, marveling at the enduring power of his words. That is the legacy of Dante.
Dante's Divine Comedy is more than just a poem. It's a testament to the human spirit's capacity for love, loss, and redemption, the nature of good and evil, and the yearning for connection and transcendence.
Think of the great thinkers, artists, and modern creators inspired by Dante's timeless themes. His work transcends time and place, speaking to our shared humanity. We've journeyed through the life and times of Dante Alighieri, exploring the historical context and literary significance. The Divine Comedy remains relevant today.
Consider this your invitation to delve deeper. Embark on your own adventure through Dante's world. Approach Dante with curiosity. Get swept away by his vivid imagery and unforgettable characters.
Find a translation that speaks to you, one that brings the language to life.
Engage with the text. Discuss it with friends or join a book club. The more you delve, the more you'll discover.
The journey through the Divine Comedy is personal. Emerge transformed. The journey awaits.